Hello and welcome to the mobile tour, TourSmart demonstration. I built a framework that I just wanted to show you guys to start answering all these questions that I think that we all have to make sure that the next steps of the development go in the right direction. So from here you see all the different tours. Since it doesn't have a location, it just displays them wherever I am on the map. And then you can click it and take the tour immediately. The green point is the current location, the landmark. Here's the data. It's in this segmented view. You can play it and you'll hear Fernando telling us about the picturesque village. So I'm going to just continue on and do all the different landmarks so that we can finish the tour. Here we go. Done. Done. And as you can see, those little red marks are the routes that it's programmed to display. So there we finished the tour. Tour's over. It just goes back to the map and click on a different tour and take an entirely different tour. Pretty simple. You can just go over here to France and look at the tours here. You can take them there, whatnot. So there's just so many questions about kind of where we want to go with this. I think a lot of the different things in the Android app of like the whole questionnaire at the end, I'm not sure if we want that. And then all these location, tour ID, language, price filters. I think maybe one or two filters would be good, the ones that maybe actually make a difference. But right from the get-go, to have so many of these buttons that people might not be using, I think is unnecessary. Further, I have like a whole list of things. Yeah, text-to-speech. I noticed that there's a text-to-speech thing in the Android one. I'm not sure if that's like attractive. And then there's a question about GPS. What if it's enabled? Then what kind of tour is given compared to the if the GPS is not enabled? Well, obviously not enabled is just going to go from one point to the next, like in this version. But if GPS is enabled, then it obviously wants to track the user's position and tell them, you know, you're going in the right direction or wrong direction, etc. And then further, a question about pricing. I last time I talked to you guys, it seemed like you were not sure about pricing and the business model, so that's just another thing to think about. I'm actually going to probably take out this next button, but we wanted to think about like a list version of the tours. I think that I'm going to start working on the resource collector and get that out of the way with before we and at the same time we can start figuring out exactly how we want this app to look and feel for the release. Anything else? I think that's it. Oh, right. I had one more question about the resource collector, as to why it's a different app. I was thinking, you know, if we're here and it's a compass, we could have at the bottom like create a tour. I don't see why it would be a different app. That doesn't seem to make much sense to me. I think it would be much easier if it was all in the same place. So that's that. We should probably set up a meeting on Monday or Tuesday. And have a good weekend. All right.